Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes.
Today, I've been asked to react to Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith on their recent interview together on Facebook Watch's Red Table Talk. I hear it's quite juicy. So let's get into it.
This red table for me, just all the stuff that's going on in the press.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was important to come to the table to really clear the air. Somebody made a statement for me that wasn't a statement I made, that went cray-cray.
And one of the reasons why I wanted to come to the table is the media, the headlines. We specifically never said anything.
Yeah.
We were purposely not saying anything. Any headline that says Jada said or Will said or the Smith said is not true. We specifically never said anything.
Right.
So coming to the table was like, we just felt like it got to the point where you got to say something.
Yeah, and to stop that cycle.
Yeah.
You know, there's people's feelings involved.
Right. Right.
You know, and at the end of the day, I don't like how all of this came to be. That doesn't matter. It's all love, honestly. And I would usually not, you know, that would be something I wouldn't comment on at all.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like it's a situation that I consider private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's business. Yeah. But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
But, you know.
That is the interesting thing about a celebrity, somebody that is in the public eye. You are no longer a private person, no matter what. As hard as you try, you could try to keep things private. And a lot of celebrities do. But to the public, you are no longer a private person. And that is just something that is understood. It's not as though you are going to go into the public eye in some form of celebrity and assume that you could just live private and be okay with that. You now, and this has been understood probably from the beginning of becoming a celebrity. Once you become a celebrity, once you become a person that is in the public eye, you give up your right for privacy. And now I don't mean this legally. I mean this just on a public forum, on Twitter, on magazines, wherever. Now, they understand this, and that's why, as much as they wish their privacy was kept to themselves, they understand that they are celebrities. They are some of the biggest celebrities in the world. And so let's take it public on our own terms.
I feel like it's healing that needs to happen. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
Even though this is minuscule, I do feel like it's these kinds of things that create the world that we're in. And the idea of not communicating, not talking about it, not clearing the air, and just being as transparent. Just being transparent.
And I'm here with you.
Yeah, I thank you for that, because you've been on a hell of a journey with me. So that's what we're going to start with, this is a very personal journey that became very public.
Yes, absolutely.
For whatever reason.
So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so let's start with, I guess about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. You know,
I don't know who August is.
His health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Aug first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over.
Yeah,
know?
no, we were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. And one thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, you know, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think, so, I mean, because this is your red table and you like brought yourself to the red table, I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I
I think Will likes this a little bit.
Take our space and what happened.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with...
I love how Jada is keeping it real vague right now. I got into an entanglement, okay? And Will's like, no, I think this is your red table. You need to tell what happened. You need to actually say what happened. It's almost like a little bit of him getting back at her in a playful way.
August, that's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely. I was in a lot of pain, and I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself. And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So we come to the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So,
Okay.
you know, you
He likes
during
it.
that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel
Launched
like
into an interaction.
you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in this cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help, whether it's your health or whether it's your addictions. There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though it can be fixed through fixing people versus fixing me.
Yeah.
And I think that that whole process with Aug really showed me that and taught me that. And I'm really grateful for that lesson.
I feel like that.
Yeah, so basically what Jada is saying is she was having a very bad, like the relationship between her and Will was on very bad terms. They were basically broken up. It was right on that last thread, and she was feeling very crappy about herself. She wasn't happy because they did not have an amicable relationship at that time. So she found happiness in helping somebody that needed help, and also just getting intimate with somebody else, basically a rebound. And that's basically what this guy August was a rebound from Will, something to just instantly make Jada feel a little bit better about herself, but ultimately realizing that that was not the way she really wanted to go. She just wanted a quick hit of a satiating feeling, a pleasurable feeling. But then she had to quickly realize, wait, I have to work on myself. And that seems to be what she realized and then ended up doing.
Husband, like, I'm with you at the press conference. And that husband, now I got to be with you at the press conference while you like tell the world about your transgressions.
Well,
Like, I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
well, you know, I definitely understand why it would look that way or feel that way, but I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Through that particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing, you know. And as I came through and started to realize certain things about you and I, he decided to break all communication with me, which
So
was
he did it.
totally understandable.
Right.
And I let that be and hadn't talked to him since.
Right.
So it is a little weird that all this stuff is coming out now, since this was
Yeah, because for me, this
several-
was years ago, right? You know, so the fact that it's
Yeah, it just seems like Will is already, you know, he not okay with it, but he's over it by now. Just that seems to be the vibe. But the fact that Jada is coming out with it right now for the first time on Red Table Talk, it seems as though she feels a little more uncomfortable and just choosing her words very carefully about it. So she doesn't seem so over it as much as Will does at this moment.
coming up now, and I think it could feel weird for people that we're laughing and talking about it, but
It happened so long ago.
You know, and our experiences of working through it, fighting through it, talking through it, therapizing
Right.
through it. I think that the why now is weird.
Yeah. When I say it's been a huge healing on my life and just what I had to confront and discover,
Yeah.
you know, about myself,
Yeah.
the ugly truths and the beauty. So it was something that I felt like wasn't really ready to be discussed because it hadn't been that healing, because he hasn't wanted to, you know, Og and I haven't talked in so long. You know what I mean? So I don't know. This all seemed very strange, you know. But I'm grateful for the journey that you and I have had together. Because I feel like there are a lot of couples that go through those periods.
Yeah.
And a lot of couples that have to separate and think it's over. And, you know, the one thing I'll say about you and I is that there's never been secrets.
Right. We came together young, and we were both broken in our own ways, and to be able to make mistakes without the fear of losing your family is so critical.
Yeah. It's the idea of any relationship and trying to get to deeper understanding of love is going to be forged in fire.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the things that I'm deeply grateful in this whole process between you and I is that we have really gotten to that new place of unconditional love.
Because I wasn't sure I was ever going to speak to you again.
I know.
Yeah, like the fact that I'm speaking to you again is a miracle.
I would agree. I would agree.
No, but it ain't for the weak at heart. There's just certain things that you have to go through, and it's like...
And I wish, you know, I wish that wasn't the case. I do. I wish that.
I just wish they were a little more specific to what they're talking about. Because it's two people that know the entire story, they feel as though they could kind of just touch upon something without getting super specific. But for me, I really want to know what the hell they're talking about in a lot of this. So I hope they get to it, but it seems like there's only 2.5 minutes left in this video. So I guess I'm not going to find out exactly what happened, when it happened, how did Will react, how did they come back together?
That wasn't the case.
I sure wish it could be all magic and miracles.
Yeah. You got to go through some to get the answers. You know, and I'm just happy because I definitely believe that you and I, we never, ever, ever thought that we would make it back.
There's a real power in the just knowing somebody's riding with you no matter what.
Yeah.
And you really can't know that
until you go
through some stuff, you know. I don't want to go through this no more.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Yeah. I'm going to get you back first. And then
you're going to get me back. I think you got me back. I think we're good on that, okay?
Okay, that's probably true.
You know,
I don't know what that means either. I don't know why they keep doing this. They keep it so vague. Get specific. What does that mean? How did Will get her back? Did it like in the interview right here or in the past? I'd love to know.
And I don't think it's about getting anybody back.
No, for me it is.
Okay. I'll give you that petty if that's what you want.
Jada's trying to get that Oprah spiritual, everything can be solved type of thing with openness and purity and love. And Will's not letting her.
But, you know, I will definitely say it's just part of it.
Yeah.
You know, if you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
No, man. A little weird.
That's terrible.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's a little weird.
But yeah, it's just part of the journey.
I told you the first year we were married.
What'd you tell me?
That I can love you through anything.
And I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
If somebody looked through a crystal ball and said, this, and this is going to happen, I'd be like, no way.
Yeah. You thought I was that I didn't have the girth that it was going to take to ride with you through.
Yeah. I didn't know if you would be willing to find the deep capacity to love me.
Yeah. How am I doing?
You're doing great.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. You're awesome.
I don't know. There's just something weird about that to me. And I think it's because they didn't tell enough. They didn't tell us enough of what actually happened. And that's why I'm feeling a little weird about it, because they're acting so hunky-dory about the whole situation. Now, it's completely understandable. And I think it's actually completely okay that Jada did jump into a short relationship with somebody else. I mean, they said it. They were basically broken up. They were separated. I don't know what separated means in terms of marriage. I don't know what like the rules are for that. But I mean, to me, it sounds like they were broken up except for the official divorce papers signed. But broken up means you could do whatever the hell you want in that time. So to me, it doesn't sound like cheating. But what I'm feeling weird about is how like they're all so jokey about it. And I understand that they, behind closed doors, when the cameras are not rolling, they worked it all out. They got through all the specifics. So I can acknowledge that whatever they're doing, they're happy with, they're fine with, and it seems to be going really well. But the fact that they didn't divulge everything, not that they had to, but come on, a little bit more than that. They really kind of just touched upon the story and kind of tried to say, hey, this is us telling the story, so we don't have to be misrepresented in the media anymore. But to me, it just didn't do it justice. what did that look like when that relationship with Jada and Augie happened? How did Will react? How did they get back together? What made Will want to get back together? That's what I'm confused about. Like, yeah, I get it. He said, I promise you that I'll stay with you no matter what. That's all fine and everything, but Will said it. I, at that point, was ready to go. I was completely sure I was never going to be with you again. What made Will want to get back together with Jada? I don't know. Was it that she explained herself? Was it that she said, listen, these are the reasons why I did what I did, why I felt so low because of our relationship prior, and why I went with Augie in that way. I'm calling him Augie like I know him. But I wish they gave more of their story. I think that would make me feel a little more comfortable about how they're acting so fine about it, so playful about it. Like it's just like a joke from the past. They say it's so long ago. I mean, it's less than 4 years ago, right? Jada said that she started getting to know August at 4 years ago. So that means that their relationship happened somewhere in the past 4 years, which means they got back together, what, maybe 3 years ago? It's not that long ago to me. Personally, I'm kind of disappointed by this video. I wish I had more to dig into and more to analyze, but all I could really say is that Jada really wanted to look good for the camera. She didn't want to divulge anything that might make her look potentially bad. She said a lot of platitudes and cliches, and Will, Will is a charming motherfucker, so, I mean, his charm could come through even when he's really not doing much, but still, he didn't say that much either. I mean, it's kind of like they just both went on Red Table Talk, and then they just lightly touched upon it just to say, hey, look, we talked about it. Are you happy, everybody? There you go, we did it. But they didn't really. They kind of just skated upon it. And I understand, like, listen, I totally respect the fact that you don't have to talk about your relationship and what happened, but the fact that you're coming on a show to specifically do that and then half-ass it, At the same time, I don't think any couple has ever done this in the history of celebrity couples. So I admire them for that. I respect them for that. This is probably the first time that's ever happened. But still, And based on their relationship, it seems like Will is obviously the more playful one. Jada is probably the one that is a lot more sticking to rules, whatever. I don't give a shit. So that's it for today, guys. Tell me what you thought. Do you agree with me? Do you think they kind of half-assed it, or do you think they really did it justice? Again, saying that I do respect them for doing this. This has probably never been done before, but in the comments, did they half-ass it? I don't know. I think they did. Let me know. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see another video, you could watch one right here.